The ghost returns. In the remote wilderness of Mongolia, John Wick lives under a new identity among horse herders and monks. His hair is longer, his eyes colder, but peace is fleeting. A young assassin arrives, confirming rumors. Someone placed a bounty on John's head again, even though he's supposed to be dead. John dispatches him with remorse but knows the storm is coming. The Rising Sun Syndicate. Meanwhile, in Tokyo, a powerful new crime organization, the Rising Sun Syndicate, rises under a brutal leader named 𝗕𝗏𝗄𝗃, a warlord with samurai roots and modern tech. The syndicate seeks to take over the high table. They believe that killing or capturing the myth, John Wick, will send the right message. Winston's gamble. Back in New York, Winston has reclaimed the Continental, but the table now operates in paranoia. He receives a message: help the Rising Sun bring in John Wick or face erasure, the table's code word for total destruction. Winston, ever the strategist, pretends to cooperate while secretly planning his own counterplay. The Blood Ledger. The High Table unearths an ancient book, the Blood Ledger, where all blood oaths are recorded. John's retirement was invalidated by his survival and the breaking of old rules. Now marked as an eternal target, he can no longer disappear. The ledger also shows unresolved oaths, giving John a clue. Maybe the system can still be broken. The Price of Peace. Caine Donnie Yen, now retired, lives in Hong Kong with his daughter. The High Table offers him a full pardon, safety for his daughter, and restored sight via experimental tech if he kills John. Caine agrees reluctantly, hoping to at least find John and convince him to end this another way. Desert Reckoning. John travels to the Sahara, seeking the new elder, a mysterious young woman known as the Oracle of Blades, chosen after the previous elder's death. She refuses to help, saying John is a symbol of rebellion, and the table wants him crucified, not redeemed. When John presses her, she orders him executed. He escapes through the burning sands. Attack on the safe house. John reunites with a former ally, an old Mongolian assassin monk named 𝗏𝗏𝗏, who offers him sanctuary in an ancient monastery. The Rising Sun finds them and launches an all-out assault using cyber samurai and drone warfare. In a stunning, dusty night battle, John uses his surroundings, bows, horses, blades, to eliminate the squad. 𝗏𝗏𝗏 is killed, but not before whispering, 𝗕𝗏𝗵𝗏, Caine's dilemma. Caine tracks John to Istanbul, but instead of attacking, he saves John from ambush. They meet in a candlelit underground bathhouse. Caine says, "They made me choose. Again." John replies, "So let's give them a choice they'll regret." Caine joins him but warns, the road they're choosing ends in blood. There's the Ronin assassin. A legendary female assassin named Reiko Tanaka intercepts them in Kyoto. She once worked for the Rising Sun, but her family was killed for disobedience. She seeks vengeance. Her fighting style is minimalist, precise, and she becomes their guide to navigating the Tokyo underworld. John trusts her because she's like him, burned by the system, the Continental Kyoto. They reach Kyoto's Continental, a fortress-like structure run by 𝗏𝗏𝗵𝗍, Koji's estranged brother. He is conflicted, offering sanctuary but under pressure from the Rising Sun. Tension mounts as a Rising Sun general demands he surrender the fugitives. Shimizu refuses and is beheaded publicly. The trio is now in open war. High Table's Wrath. The new High Table enforcer, the Cardinal, is introduced, a sadistic aristocrat who uses psychological torture and AI warfare. He believes that tradition is weakness and begins eradicating all continental branches suspected of rebellion. He sends killers to Casablanca, Berlin, and even tries to blow up the continental New York. Winston's War. Winston avoids the explosion thanks to Karen's replacement, Elias, a former table records keeper. Winston activates an old protocol, the Chamber of Coin, a secret alliance of former continental managers. Using favors and hidden safe houses, they prepare for civil war within the assassin world. The Bloodstorm begins. Action explodes worldwide. We witness assassins clashing in neon-lit rain in Seoul, gun-fu chases through Venice, and katana versus pistol fights in Morocco. John, Reiko, and Caine lead a mission to hijack a table data server in Bangkok that holds the names of all blood oath holders, trying to break the system. Return of the Ballerina. Rooney, Ana de Armas, now an elite assassin leading the 𝗪𝗏𝗵's new generation, allies with John. Her team storms Berlin's table treasury, a breathtaking sequence blending ballet, gunplay, and explosive grace. She's vital to Winston's new order and becomes a leader among the rogue factions. John's flashbacks. John begins hallucinating or dreaming of Helen. In a series of beautifully tragic sequences, we see their past. Their dog, quiet dinners, her sickness. These flashbacks deepen John's pain and motivation. "I didn't survive for revenge," he says. "I survived because I still have something to give." The duel of honor. John challenges the Cardinal to an ancient high-table duel, a katana-pistol hybrid combat in Kyoto's snow-covered temple ruins. The duel is brutal, poetic, and symbolic. Caine and Reiko fight off assassins outside while John kills the Cardinal with a blade through the heart, ending his reign. Fall of the table. With the Cardinal dead, Winston calls a summit of the last remaining Continental heads. He proposes a new decentralized system. No single ruler, only city councils with local code enforcement. Some agree, others resist, but the power vacuum makes Winston's model stick. The blood ledger is brought forth and burned. A new order. Caine is given full pardon. Rooney becomes head of the 𝗪𝗏𝗵. Reiko opens a dojo for orphans and young survivors of the assassin world. Winston remains a guardian of balance, operating from the rebuilt New York Continental. The world is changed, for now, but fragile. Farewell to the Wick. John visits Helen's grave in New York, the sky gray and cold. He kneels, places his wedding ring on the stone, and whispers, "I kept my promise." No words after. He walks into the shadows of an alley and disappears. A figure watches from a rooftop, maybe Caine, maybe someone else. Legacy lives on. The final scene shows Reiko training young recruits. Rooney hunts down remnant Rising Sun leaders. A small boy draws a picture of Baba Yaga. The myth lives on. In a distant monastery, a shadowy figure lights a candle and begins reading from a book titled The Wick Code. A voiceover, Winston. John Wick was never just a man. He was a consequence, a warning, a legacy.